What is going on, guys? Gonna be making a video here showing you how to use ThinkorSwim, the platform by TOS. I know there's a lot of videos out there covering the same thing, but some of them I find they're missing some pieces. Some of them aren't, you know, they're not as in depth as some people would like them to be. So I'm gonna be making this video for you all, and let's get to it. So when you first start TOS, I'm gonna leave the link in the description so you guys can download it. It's free by TD Ameritrade. I don't believe you have to have money in your account to use it, but I'm not too sure. I used to use them, but I don't use them anymore as a broker. I use them as a charting platform now. But let's get to it. So first off, I think you're gonna have this set up here. So this is where you're gonna start. On your left hand corner, you're gonna have your account info, live news, trader TV, watch list, the chart down here as you can see. If you want to delete these things, all you have to do is click this icon here and delete gadget, or hold on here. I guess I can't delete this one, but like the rest of these, if you want to delete them, you click this, delete gadget, delete, or you might have them there. Say you have some things here and you don't want to take off, but you don't want to see them, you can just click this right here and it'll just slide it over to the left. Another cool thing that I like is, say you have a watch list here. I don't have one. I don't make watch lists here anymore, but I guess this was one of them a while back. What you can do is, if you have different monitors or whatever the case may be, you can click on this, put detach, and it'll bring it up over here like so. And I think that's pretty cool. That way you don't have to have them written down or something like that. Maybe it's taking up too much space here for your charts and you have another screen, you can slide it over to another screen. Anything you like. Another thing I really like is this. Even though I don't use it too much, I like this, the TV. Sometimes in the morning I'll put up CNBC. Let me just turn down the volume. I'll turn it up, I'll detach it, and there you go, CNBC. Just slide it on a different screen or whatever the case may be. This is more of like if you're trading higher price stocks or things like Twitter, Apple, Tesla, things like that. A lot of people get their news from this. But like I said, if you don't want to see this, all you have to do is click it to the left and it'll disappear. You can also just click this arrow and it'll minimize it. It'll minimize it like that. So there we go. That's that part. Again, if you want to add things, just click here, add all sorts of things. Now let's go on to the charts, which you guys are here for. So the charts, you're gonna go to the charts. Yours might look like this, it might look like this. There's 3 different options here. There's a charts option, the flexible grid, and the product depth. I don't use this too much. I don't know if anybody does. But I do use flexible grid and charts. Now this is the charts. Let me just pull up let me just put Facebook. All right, you got Facebook here, and obviously whenever you load up your charts, you're not going to have any of these studies if you're doing it for the first time. It's probably going to be on the daily like this. It might look something like this. What you're going to want to do is click different time frames. All you got to do is click this right here. Click this. Choose whatever time frame you want. 1 day, 1 minute, 5 days, 5 minutes, 5 days, 15, or whatever the case may be. If you want to make your own time frames, go to time frame. Put intraday if you're looking for a intraday time frame, or a daily if you want to see a couple years maybe, or you can make your own. I just do intraday. Usually what I have up is a 1 day, 1 minute, 1 day 3, 1 day 5, and a 1 day 15. That's what I like to use. Typically I'll trade on the 5-minute chart most of the time. That's what I like. I don't like to trade on the 1 minute, but again, that's just personal preference. As you can see, here's a chart. You know, if you want to see a different stock, all you do is click up here. You know, let's just use Apple as an example, and here you go. And this is it. Like I said, click up here, and there you go. There you have it. That's how it is. And if you want to use trend lines and anything like that, you want to make lines, you know, all you have to do is go down here to this line button right here. And what you're gonna do is click the trend line. I recommend just leaving it on trend line. That's what I always do. I never have the pointer, because then, you know, you're in the middle of a trade, you're trying to make a trend line or something, and you're gonna have to keep switching back. So what I do is I just leave it on the trend line. That's my main tool. That's what I use. I don't really use any of this stuff. Yeah, Fibonacci down here, all this type of stuff, triangles, rectangles, whatever, text or whatever. But the only tool I really use is just trend line. That's basically it. And the pan. Sometimes I use this because I zoom in charts and I want to get a real good view. I might use a pan to kind of move it around like that. Other than that, that's trend line's pretty much all I use. If you manage to move your chart around, like say you move your chart like I just did, and you can't really get the picture how you want it, another thing you can do to kind of reset the chart is go up here, click this icon, and put auto, and it'll kind of reset it back. You got the zoom in and zoom out down here. If you want to have your crosshairs like a cross like mine are, you go down here, click this, press across, and it'll be like I have them. Yours will probably be none like this. You also got a horizontal line or just a vertical line. Personally, I just use a cross. It makes it a lot easier. So sometimes you don't, if you're looking for like a resistance point, let's say you're looking as a resistance, you don't have to make a trend line. You can just look at this and say, okay, that's a resistance right here. And that's pretty much it. If you want to use multiple charts, what you can do is go up here, click this rectangle button. You know, say you want 6 charts, you can click this, and there you go. That's 6 charts right there. You know, maybe you just want 4 or 2 or whatever the case may be. Typically, it's just, to me, it's up to your screen. If you have a small screen, I wouldn't recommend doing something like this. If you're a new trader, I wouldn't recommend doing something like this because you're not gonna know what's going on. So the most I would do is this. This is the most I do. Even I don't use this much. I like to have, you know, I have other screens, so I just use this and it works out well because I see everything bigger. But that's pretty much it. You have a flexible grid up here, which is what I like to use. Honestly, I don't like to use charts. I like to use a flexible grid. And what this does is it allows you to customize the charts kind of however you want. It's kind of like a TC2000 sort of thing. It allows you to customize the charts. Let's just do this as an example. Let's just do this as an example here. I'm just typing things up. Obviously, you guys, you're not gonna have any studies. It's gonna look something like this. And personally, I don't use studies. I don't like to have lines around like this. I used to do this a while back, but I just got tired of seeing a bunch of lines everywhere, and one day I just stopped using them, and you know, ever since then I've never used them again. And it's way better like this. So, you know, you can add charts. Say you want to have 3 charts up here, you can click this, you know, delete a chart, you click this. You can also add a lower one right here like that, or like that. So you can do all kinds of crazy stuff. It just depends on your, like I said, on your monitor. If you have a small monitor, I don't see a need to be doing a bunch of stuff like this, you know. But like I said, if you're comfortable with that, whatever fits your boat. Personally, I don't trade like this. Personally, what I do is I just have the 4. So personally, I just do this. This is how I trade. Another thing you can do, this is what I do right here. If you want to make your charts look clean, you want to make you know, a little bit larger, have a clean look, what you do is you click this button right here, you put detached, and this is your charts. As you can see, this doesn't have all this information up here. It doesn't have the, it takes away all this pretty much. So you click to minimize that, and you got your chart right here, and it just makes it look cleaner. Another thing you can do is you take off the taskbar, so click the sidebar, and it takes away this, so it looks way cleaner. I don't use TOS to trade, so I look at my level 2 and everything else on my broker on my other screen. So personally, I just have them off like that, and it just makes them look cooler. That's, you know, it makes it's easier. You don't have a lot of bulky things around, and a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't really know about them. Another thing too, say you're looking at a charts, you have your watch list here, and you want to connect them. You want to connect the watch list to your charts. What you're gonna do is look at your watch list that you're on. Click this symbol link and put the color you want. So let's just say blue. Go up here and click blue. So now every time you click one of these, it's gonna change it for you. And it just makes it simple. Say this one is yellow. Or yellow, I don't know why I did blue. Say I have another watch list here. Let me get rid of this. Say this watch list is let's just say this. See, then if I want to look at just this screen, change this screen, all I do is click here and it just changes this screen. You know, and if I want to change it over here, click this screen, and that's pretty much it. Another thing you can do that I like to do is you click right here on the time. If you find like that your charts are, if you don't like this look right here, like you don't like to see the, you want to make this more backwards, you know. I don't like to have this, the ticker going right at the edge of the screen. So what you do is you come up here, you click time axis, expansion area. You got 10, 50, 100, or 500. You can make it whatever you want. You can do, I don't know, 22. Personally, I just do 10. And it scoots it more back, so I don't know, it just helps me. It kind of, to me, it kind of like helps me determine what's gonna happen, if it makes any sense. Not that it really helps you or anything like that, but it's just, I guess it's just a psychological sort of thing to me. So that's what I do. Like I said, if you want to draw trend lines, you know, simple. If you want to delete the trend line, if you want to delete one, you just click on the one you want to delete and right click, remove drawing, and it goes away. If you have multiple lines everywhere and you don't want to, you know, you want to take them away real quick, you just right click anywhere you want, clear drawing set, okay, and there you go. That's pretty much it, guys. If you want to change your colors, I know people that are getting in new into trading, they want to, you know, they want to look cool with all them colors and stuff. So what you do is go to appearance, and here's where you can change your color. As you can see, my charts, I don't like to have the green bars full like the red ones. See, they're kind of they're missing the inside. To do that, you click right here on the fill up, click it off. You know, this is how yours are probably gonna be. I don't like it like that, so I click this, takes them away, makes them clear. You know, you can change the colors. Maybe you want the red ones to be, I don't know, pink or whatever. Just any cool thing you want to do, you do it right here. Just it's up to you. I used to use white and purple or whatever, like this. This is how I used to trade, but then I don't know. One day I just reset the chart and I never really changed them again, so it kind of stuck like that. But like I said, most of you guys just keep it simple. Don't be trying to change it around too much. It might mess with your head, especially if you're a new trader. Don't worry about the looking cool type of thing. I know everybody that trades, you know, especially when you're starting, you want to look cool, you know, have your screens covered with, you know, colorful charts and all that stuff. Just don't worry about it, guys. Keep it simple. If you want to change your background color, just click background. You can change it any color you want. If the color you want is not here, always click more. You know, choose whatever you want. Make it, you know, I like to have it like this or black is what I like to do. But most of the time, I just like to keep it like this. If you want to change the color of the grids, click this. Where the grid is this, click this, and you know, whatever color you want. I just like to keep them dark grayish. Not that's too light for me. I like to keep them sort of like this because I want them there. I want the grid to be there, but I don't want it to be so bright that it distracts me. So I kind of keep it like this. You can barely see it, but it just gives me a view, like it's still there, but it's not like, you know, over saturated or anything like that. If you want to change your crosshair colors like this, mine are white. If you want to change them up, click your crosshairs and there you go. Now you got pink ones. You know, just all sorts of stuff. You can play around with this all you want. The general tab, don't really mess with this. Your chart might be like this. If it's like this and you don't like the volume being up here, personally I don't like that because it messes up with my candles here. What you're gonna do is just click right here, overlap volume on the general tab, click it off. There you go, you got your own chart down here. If you want to change the time zone, I like to keep mine on Eastern Standard Time because that's, you know, what we trade in. Price action, don't really mess with this. What I do is I keep these off. You can also change them here. And what this does is, you know, it changes them according to, you know, what it says. If you want to fit the high and low of the chart, click here. Me, I just keep them off. I like to see the real chart. Time axis, this is where you make your custom time settings or whatever. You know, if you want to make a 1 minute, 1 day, 2 minute, or whatever the case may be, 4 minute, I don't know. You can also just type in your own, I don't know. Let's just say, I don't know, for the sake of this video, let's just say 16. Now every ticker is 16. I don't personally use that. What I trade on is a 5 minute. I trade on the 1 day, 5 minute. This is how I trade. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's the appearance, equities. Don't mess with this. Another thing too is when you start your platform for the first time, you fire it up, it's going to be on the 15-second delay. What you're going to want to do to change that is go to setup up here, application settings, go to system and put real time, no delay. Yours might be like this. Go ahead and put real time because obviously you don't want to be trading with a 15-second delay. Once you have a platform set up, say you have a couple charts you like, say you like your setup here and you want to keep it like this. To save them, you just click on right here. There, where is it? Setup. Put save workspace as. I'll just do, I don't know, sample, I don't know. Put save. So now this is how I trade right here. Personally, this is how I trade. I don't have this on. This is how I trade here. Like I said, right now they're on the 1 minute. I start with the 1 minute, and then 10 minutes, 15 minutes into the day I switch to the 5. So that's how I do that. And like I said, if you want to go back to your favorite chart, just go click on setup, sample, or whatever your name is, and it'll be right there. And that's pretty much how it is. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you want to, you know, you got your scanner settings here, you got your trade monitor. This stuff doesn't really, I've never really used this, honestly, so I can't really explain this because I've honestly never used this. Analyze, I don't really know what this is. This is just stuff you don't end up using, guys. Scan, say in the morning you want to wake up, and if you guys don't have scanners like trade ideas or anything like that, what you can do is come up here in the mornings, put scan, and you're gonna do, or you go to market watch list, you go to daily, go to public, and put lovers and losers, pre-market movers, and this is what you're gonna do pretty much. If you don't have scanners in the morning, set them up the way you want. Let's say you want to see something with volume. Obviously, this is after hours, so you know there's a lot of things here. You know, but you got your price here, your volume. Set them up by volume or whatever you like to look at. If you like to look at gap ups or gap downs or anything like that, you can look it up in here. This is, again, if you don't have any scanners like trade ideas or anything like that. I started using these, but when I got trade ideas, which was about 2 years ago now, I just stopped using this because it's just, you know, I have my own setup and everything, so I don't really use this anymore. But if you're a beginner, you know, it comes in handy. You can also just do top gainers in the morning. I'm not sure if this works in the morning because it's pre-market, but like I said, just figure it out, guys. It's simple. You'll get the hang of it. If you want to see your alerts, come in here. If you want to wake up in the morning, you want to see what's hot, you know, you come in here, put visualize. And this stuff right here, you don't really mess with. This is if you want to see what earnings are coming up, which is pretty helpful. There's a lot of websites. You can do this on the website, which is what I do. I just coming in here and it just makes it a little bit weird. You know, once you have your own setup, like you have the websites you go to for this, your scanners for this and this for that or that for that, then you kind of, you know, you go on your own way and you do whatever you do. You just get used to it. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys have any questions or whatever, that's pretty much all I can think of. That's how you use TOS. You know, as a beginner, you're not gonna need all the bells and whistles. You're not gonna need all the craziness. Just keep it simple. Learn to trade simple and easy. You don't have to make it harder than it is. I might make another video on indicators, how to add them and which ones you should add and stuff like that. As you can see, stuff like this. I don't trade, like I said, I don't trade like this anymore. This was a while back. It's just, to me, it's too hard trading like this. And if you're gonna trade using indicators, these are the ones you should use. This is all you should use. You shouldn't use I know a lot of people are using Bollinger Bands and all this, and 5 EMAs and 9 EMAs and a bunch of different EMAs, and you have guys out here trading with lines, like literally 15 lines going everywhere. They don't know what the hell they're doing. If you're gonna use indicators, this is all you need to use. And that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, if you guys need any help or questions or comments, hit me up and I'll get back to you. The reason why I'm not going to show you how to do this in this video is because I'm already running at 30 minutes. I know a lot of people don't want to wait or don't want to sit through a 30-minute video. So that's why I'm going to end it right here. And that's going to be it, guys. If you have any questions, like I said, hit me up in the comments or whatever, and I'll get back to you guys. Thanks.